And welcome to Palmer Field here at the campus of Newton High School as the Cutting Edge Sports Network brings the Beatty Cup to you here live on a Friday night, a chilly Friday night. Newton, good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Cleary. Thanks for joining us. This is a long-time tradition that started in 2010, started by George Morville, who's back on the sidelines as assistant coach at Kittatinny, under head coach John Lade, who's in his fourth season. And Kittatinny holds a 7-4 advantage in this rivalry, winning the last three. They did not play in 2020 because of the pandemic, but this will be the fourth game for Coach Lade as they come in a record 0-1. They lost to Mount Olive 11-8 on opening day, as they'll take on the Newton Braves, who are 0-1 as they fell to Gill St. Bernard's the other day, 14-4. First Beatty Cup for Dave Gallucci, the head coach at Newton, taking over his first year after an outstanding career at Mount Olive, former great player himself at Montville and Drexel University. So Dave lives in the community. He's excited about taking over the program. But we're going to turn it over in just a moment or two to Lisa Bavacqua, the PA announcer here, and she's going to let everyone know about the Beatty Cup.
Welcome to Palmer Field, everyone. Tonight, the Newton Braves will host the Kittatinny Cougars in our annual Beatty Cup game. The Beatty Cup game was started by George Morville over 14 years ago. George played for Larry Beatty here at Newton High School. Larry Beatty brought the first lacrosse team to Newton High School and to the county. When George became a coach for Kittatinny, the Beatty Cup game was put in place to honor Larry Beatty, the founder of lacrosse in our county. Let's keep the tradition going and honor the game, boys. Also at this time, the Braves family would like to remember our stat girl, Lexi Fay, who died in 2019. All proceeds from tonight's game will be donated to the Lexi Fay Heart of Gold Memorial Scholarship.
Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated, could subject the violator to rejection, and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. We thank you for your anticipated cooperation with this matter. Tonight's officials are Mr. Edward Looney and Jason Seeger, and we ask at this time that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, a nice little pregame ceremony. As we said, it's about the Beatty Cup, but also the Heart of Gold fundraiser for Lexi Fay, who tragically died in a car accident a few years back. Her memory kept alive through this and her family. She was a stat keeper for the Newton boys lacrosse team, so she's forever in our hearts and minds. So say a little prayer for Lexi and her family tonight, folks. So we're about ready to play some lacrosse. As we said, it's the Beatty Cup. As explained by Lisa Bavacqua, it started by George Morville in 2010 when he started the program at Kittatinny. Newton restarted its program. They were the first program started in the spring of 1969 by Larry Beatty, and a young freshman named George Morville was on that team. So to continue that tradition, when Kittatinny started their program, Newton restarted theirs. They started playing in 2010, and knock on wood, folks, I've been very blessed to be at every one of them since they started this in 2010, and it's just an absolute pleasure to be here again here tonight. As we said, Kittatinny has a 7-4 advantage in this game. They've won the last 3. Last year, 12-1 win. James Sanford had a big game, 4 goals for the Cougars. Then in 2019, there was no game in 2020. Austin Seams had a big game and a 10-4 win for the Cougars. He had 4 goals. And then a wild one I was talking about with George Morville before the game, 18-16. Joe Rosa had 6 goals for the Cougars. Andrew Krushchik had 4 goals for Newton. That was a wild one. But this game, it's great. Throw out the records. I remember one game that Kittatinny was 5-1. Newton was 0-5. They went over to Kittatinny at that new field that George Morville helped pay for in the back of Kittatinny High School. And Newton won 3-2 in overtime on a hidden ball trick. So just never know. And then there's also games played over at the Abbey where Kevin Nissel was the star and got the big goal for the Cougars. So this game has had some great players in it. It's just a great spectacle. It's great for lacrosse in the area. And we're ready to start. As we said, both teams losing on opening day. Kittatinny found themselves down 4-0 to a very good Mount Olive team and only ended up losing 11-8. Caden Jones had a big day, 4 goals. Owen McGill, the freshman, the sophomore goalie, he's back. He had 9 saves. We'll give it the starting lineup. Kittatinny in the visiting blue, Newton in the home white and maroon. And on the faceoff, Robbie McCullough taking it for Newton, who's going to get the ground ball win. And it will be still loose. And Giordano will pick it up for the Braves. We had a whistle. Okay, for Kittatinny on the attack, number 6, Caden Jones. He's a junior. Number 5, Tyler Holstein. And number 4, Luke Riva. In the middies, Andrew Natowski, 1. Aiden Van Winger, number 2. And Tyler Redden, number 3. On the poles, Jack Erickson, 9. Matt Natowski, 8. Dan Fahey, number 10. Long stick midi is Shane Russell, number 11. As we mentioned, McGill in goal. Last year, McGill only allowed 6.5 goals a game, but they graduated a tremendous senior class, including Tyler Sweat, who's at the Naval Academy. Also, Christian Shotwell, Brendan Voss, Luke Williams, Jake Jones, James Sanford, Dylan Festa, John Joe Mason. They lost all their defense. So Newton will get the ball to start this game. They're coming off a 14-4 defeat to Gill St. Bernard's in Dave Gallucci's first game with the Braves. He replaces Pat Regan, who was the head coach last year, and Pat had replaced Brian Bennington, who was here for the beginning of the program in 2010 until 2019. Brian now an assistant coach at Lenape Valley, along with Pat Brennan. Shot and a goal, and Newton will take the 1-0 lead. And with the goal is Ryan Lynch. So Lynch, who last year had a great season with 31 goals, he'll pick up a goal here. You see the confetti flying for the first goal at the 10:53 mark. Newton with the 1-0 lead. We'll give you the Newton starting lineup. Robert Giordano, he had 21 goals last year, 33 on the attack with Aiden LaCourte, number 16. Ryan Lynch, 27. Middies, Donato Bavacqua, number 25. He had 14 goals last year. Robbie McCullough, number 8. You'll see number 21, Matt Teach. You'll see Heath Lest. He's number 40. He's going to drop back and play some long pole as we take the face-off. And also playing on the defense, Matt McLean, coming off a great football season. Alano Festa, number 36, will be playing as a long pole. And Claudio Ibarra in goal. Rylan Evaldi, last year's starting goalie for the last 2 years, he hurt his knee in preseason football. He's been cleared to come back. Coach Gallucci hoping to get him back next week. So is Coach Matt Parzero for football season. Evaldi, an outstanding offensive lineman. So Kittatinny will win that faceoff. We're tied at 1-1 in faceoffs. And the Cougars will go to work. As I said, Caden Jones, a guy to watch out for. Comes from a great bloodline. His mom, Bridget Brennan, was an outstanding athlete here at Newton High School. And Dad, Darrell Jones, outstanding athlete at Walkill, and the outstanding AD at Walkill Valley High School right now. Shot and a save. Good job by Claudio Ibarro stepping in there. Coach Gallucci said, you know what, he's a big kid. He's willing to do it as they kind of wait for Rylan Evaldi to get healthy and get back between the pipes. Newton last won this game in 2017. They won that game 8-7. You had the Vandenberg brothers, Kyle and Ryan. Grant Parker's playing at the college. Andrew Krawcheck. Logan Kellenberger had a big day. Getting loose, hands free, shot saved by Ibarra, bounces in front of him. He doesn't see it. And it gets loose, and the ground ball will come back to Ibarra. So unlucky there for Kittatinny. Holste was on the doorstep. Big hit there, and a great crowd on a chilly April 1st. I remember the two goalies in that game had great games, Hunter Gallo and Ryan Sevian. Gallo for Kittatinny, Sevian who had a great career hockey-wise. Loose ball. Braves come up with it. Shot and a goal! As Newton takes the early 2-0 lead, and with the goal, that's Ty Guzzo, number 3. So a great start by the Newton Braves right out of the gate. And Guzzo, the freshman, getting a taste of the Beatty Cup. So we'll head back to face-off X. Newton off to a tremendous start, trying to end that losing streak, trying to get that first Beatty Cup since 2017. Evan Robinson on the face-off for the Braves. Who's going to win this? Ground ball. We'll have a whistle. And we'll be against the Cougars. For the Kittatinny playing some, looks like a man defense, maybe sagging zone. We'll see. Looks like it's a zone, so they're going to try to swing that around. Back up top. Evan Robinson. Back to Guzzo, the freshman. Back to X. Robbie Giordano, the outstanding soccer player and basketball player. Had a great year for Brian Martin in soccer and played great for Dirk Kelly in hoops. Shot by Giordano and a goal. Newton's up 3-0. What a start for the Braves. So Giordano, who had 21 goals last year, he's got a goal tonight. With 8:14 to go, Newton out of the gate, and Coach John Lade is going to call a timeout to try to settle down the Braves, settle down the Cougars. Sort of similar to their start against Mount Olive, unfortunately, for the Braves, as they found themselves down 4-0 to the Marauders and their new head coach, Chris Blau. Chris coming over from Roxbury. A lot of changes in the head coaching scene in the Morris Sussex area. Gallucci, longtime coach at Mount Olive, is now here at Newton. He lives in the district. He has kids playing in the youth level, so it's a great hire by Ryan Hashway and the Braves. Chris Blau leaves Roxbury and goes to Mount Olive. Justin Meath, who did a great job with Lenby Valley last year. He had the great Drew Togno and Jack Levere last year, who's going to be back this year, and Troy Brennan. They had a great year last year. And Justin now at Roxbury. So a little bit of a coaching carousel going on. Sean Patterson from Park Regional over at Newton, replacing P.J. Shea. Over at Sparta, replacing P.J. Shea. So a lot of the same names, but at different places. All veteran coaches, no rookies out there. Gallucci, as we said, great career at Mount Olive, was a terrific player for his dad, who's on helping out. John Gallucci, a legend at Montville High School. And John Lade, what can you say about him? All-American at Syracuse, an All-American in high school at Randolph High School. He was the Big East Defensive Player of the Year for Syracuse, won a national title with the Orange, played professional soccer, and he's at Kittatinny. So you got two incredibly accomplished coaches going at it tonight. Getting it loose and dumping it off, shot wide. That was Nutelski looking for Luke Riva. Cougars will keep it. 8 minutes to go first quarter. Here in the Beatty Cup, also a fundraiser for the Heart of Gold for Lexi Fay, who tragically died in a car accident a few years back. Lexi always remembered by everyone. She was a great kid, was a scorekeeper for the Newton lacrosse team. And the crowd is tremendous here tonight. Gotta love it, the Beatty Cup. So Kittatinny looking to get on the scoreboard as they're down a quick 3-0 to a hungry Newton team. They'll send it back to X. Jones comes around, gets knocked down. We got our first flag. You see the knee brace on Jones. Missed last year with a bad knee. Had a great preseason and had the 4 goals the other day. So we'll have a whistle against the Braves. Looks like it's a cross check. They're going to send off Donato Bavacqua. I believe that should be for a minute. So Kittatinny will be a man up. Cross check, 1 minute. Ed Looney, the veteran official, working tonight's game. Oh, Jason Seeger. 2 good officials here tonight. Here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Check him out on Instagram, all social media. We're bringing a lot of local games to the area. All right, a man up for the Cougars. Jones has time, sends it back to X. Excuse me, that's Jones at X. Rip, and a goal, a man up goal, and that's Andrew Natalski. So Kittatinny gets on the board. They trail 3-1. So a man up goal for the Cougars. They take advantage of the penalty, and they'll trail 3-1 with 6:58 to go here in the first quarter. Again, I want to thank Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management. You see the graphic on the screen. That's our friend George Morville. Great to see George back coaching. He was the head coach of Kittatinny from 2010 till after 2014 season. And now George back on the sideline helping out John Lade. Great to see him. George, the principal of Arthur J. Gallagher's office on Newton Sparta Road. They insure businesses and schools. And on the face-off, and winning that face-off will be number 6, Caden Jones. Ball pops loose, and Newton will get it. This is Robbie Giordano. Giordano already has a goal today. He's going to drift back to X. He's going to be pestered there by Matt Notalski. Ball pops out loose. Giordano gets to it. This Newton team last year struggled, 5-11, but they had 3 or 4 one-goal losses. So they were in games, just couldn't finish. McCullough with the rip on the backup will stay here with the Braves. Last year, Kittatinny, outstanding year, 14-4, winning the Pooley, 7-1 record. Actually, no, Lenape Valley won the Pooley, check that. But had a great year. The only loss in the league was to Lenape on opening day last year. The other losses came to Hunter and Central in the HWS, West Essex, and to Caldwell in the state tournament. A great year for the Cougars last year, 14-4. So this is Lynch. He had the game's first goal, tries to dump it inside. He's looking for Aiden LaCourte. That'll roll back and over back, and it will be Kittatinny possession. Tyler Redden. They'll settle in. Kittatinny will get their offensive personnel on the field with 5.5 to go here in the opening quarter, live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. On a chilly Friday night, the Beatty Cup. As we said, Kittatinny with a 7-4 advantage in this series. Lefty shot and a rip, and it's good. And that's Nutelski with the goal, his second. So 2 goals for Andrew Nutelski, and we have a 3-2 game with 5:18 to go here in the opening quarter. Shades of that crazy game a few years ago. It was 18-16. George Morville and I, again, we were talking about it before the game, and, you know, you would think, oh, there's no defense, but there was plenty of defense in that game. The goalies played well. It's just the offense just shone. It really shined that night. All right, Nutelski will take the face-off against Evan Robinson from Newton. Newton had the early advantage in the face-offs. Who's going to get to it? It's battling for the ground ball. And a great job scooping that up was Pasquale Festa. The long pole, he gets it over. Body's all over him. He's going to put on the brakes. And Newton will try to get their offensive personnel. That could be a turnover. It will be. Scooping up the ground ball, Jake Erickson. Fast break, shot wide. And the unsettled taking the rip there, Luke Riva. Kittatinny on the backup keeps it with Tyler Holste. Tyler coming off a great wrestling season for John Gill. So Kittatinny go to work with Caden Jones, the talented junior, back at X. Trying to draw out that defense is Aiden Van Wingerden. Chasing him, Evan Robinson. Braves are dropped back down. Heath Less with the long pole. He's normally a midi, but he's dropped back the pole. Matt Mayo unavailable for today's game. Looking to feed the crease, bounces back out. Fortuitous bounce for the Cougars. Waiting up top there, Tyler Redden. Directing traffic there, Tyler Holste. Trying to work down low. He's got good size. Trying to work in that area in front by the crease. Ball pops loose. Could be a turnover. And the ball loose goes in the crease. No, actually no possession. So that'll go back to Kittatinny. And this will be Caden Jones. There was some rain in the area earlier, but no rain now. Lights starting to take effect here in the first quarter of the Beatty Cup. On the run. Swinging it over. Sean Utter is checked in. Ball gets loose. Who's going to get there? Jones battling with Alano Festa. Who's going to get to the ground ball? And a great ground ball win there by the Newton Braves. Matt McLean. Can the Braves keep it and get it over? And right at the midfield stripe. And the whistle will be against the Cougars. Kittatinny will give it up, and Newton will start Nick Castellaneta, number 22. And they will have a flag. Castellaneta goes down. Shane Russell was on him, and that'll stop play. So Newton will have a man up. Kittatinny scored on theirs. We're going to have a slash, a 1-minute slash against the Cougars. So Newton came out like a house of fire, took the early 3-0 lead. And with 3:07 to go here in the first quarter, they have their first man-up opportunity. McCullough's out there, Bavacqua, Aiden LaCourte, Ryan Lynch, Robbie Giordano, and Ty Guzzo out there on the special teams for the Newton Braves trying to take advantage. Out there for Kittatinny, Erickson, Dan Fahey. Shot, save by McGill. Great save by McGill. Who's going to get there? Also out there on the special teams, Matt Natelski. And that'll be a turnover. So I'm sure Kittatinny will want to run out this penalty. Newton can double the ball if they want to. Great job getting away there by Tyler Redden. They'll try to burn out the rest of this penalty. Kittatinny back up top. Utter. Kittatinny doing a great job running out this man up. That's Natelski. He's got 2 goals tonight. Both for Kittatinny's goals as we approach 2 minutes to go. And we should be even strength any second now. And there we are. So good job by Kittatinny forcing the turnover. Now we're even. Coming out on the field is, and we'll have another flag, a big hit there as Tyler Holste come running out. So this looks like it's going to be against Newton. So Ed Looney, the veteran official, will come over. All right, 1 minute against the Newton Braves as they'll send off Bavacqua. So Kittatinny now in a man up. They're second. They scored on their last one and first one. So McCullough out there for Newton, number 8. Lynch, 27. Pasquale Festa, number 4. Matt McLean, number 20. And number 36, Alano Festa. So they'll be the defense as they're down a man. Caden Jones will come back, scoop that up. Jones out there along with Tyler Holste, Van Wingerden, Niltelski, and Luke Riva. Shot, and a great save by Ibarra. Right on target, Jones with the rip. And trying to clear it out here is Pasquale Festa, one of the veterans on this team. Looking for the long clear. That'll be knocked down by Dan Fahey. Battle for the ground ball, and out with it are the Cougars. Niltelski picked up by McCullough. A little unsettled here. 47 seconds to go here, first quarter. Caden Jones, smart player, checks the clock. Now, Coach Lade already used the timeout to gather the team when they were down 3-0, so we probably won't see a timeout here for a final play for the first quarter. So we'll run this out and see what they do. Dump it back to Jones. With the little inside roll shot and a goal. A terrific goal by Caden Jones, his 5th of the year, and we are tied at 3. Fifth of the year for the junior. Missed last year with that injury. A big goal with 17 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A great crowd here at Palmer Field tonight. Gotta love it here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. All right, Robinson and Nitelski will take the face-off. Plenty of time with 17 seconds. Win it clean, you can get something going. Great job coming back and scooping up the ground ball by Shane Russell. Loose. And we're going to have a penalty that's going to be on the Braves with 9 seconds to go. We're going to have a push. So, see how Kittatinny approaches this, tied at 3. .30-second technical, so they can hold the ball, which they probably will, and then start the second quarter with possession. 9 seconds to go, 30-second technical. Unless they have something wide open. And they'll get it into the box, touch it up. Jones with Heath Lest on him, and he'll just trot it out, run out the clock, and Kittatinny will start the second quarter with possession. So 1 quarter in the books here at Palmer Field in the campus of Newton High School. Beatty Cup 2022. We're tied. Newton and Kittatinny at 3. We'll be back with second quarter action live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network right after this. And we're back here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Beatty Cup. We're tied at 3, an entertaining first quarter. Thanks for joining us here on a chilly Friday night. Great crowd, as always, for the Beatty Cup. A little bit early in the season for my taste, but I don't make those decisions, so no one asked me, but I'll throw out my 2 cents anyway. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Clear. We're tied at 3. Newton got out to a quick 3-0 lead. Ryan Lynch, Ty Guzzo, and Robbie Giordano, and they had the 3-0 advantage with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Then Andrew Natelski and the man-up scored just under 7 minutes to go. Natelski sent his second goal in at the 5:18 mark, and then with 17 seconds to go, Caden Jones made it 3-3, but a 30-second technical was called on Newton with the 9 seconds left, so Kittatinny will start the second quarter a man-up for 21 seconds. And we want to thank Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management on Newton Sparta Road. Our friend George Morville's the principal there. They insure businesses and schools. George is a great guy. Back on the sidelines, great to see him. I loved having him in the booth with me. I'm not going to lie. But seeing him coaching again warms my heart. He's an assistant to John Lade over there at Kittatinny. So Holste will recover, and we are even strength. But Kittatinny just wanted to get that possession. So they'll start the quarter with possession, looking to take their first lead. Good defense by the Braves, forcing that turnover. Matt McLean, who had a great year in football, bounces back to Owen McGill, the sophomore. Owen did a great job last year. I think of Kittatinny goalies, I think of Chris Russell, affectionately named the Rooster. He was a great goalie. Chance here, shot, and a goal with the long pole. It's Pasquale Festa. Newton will take the 4-3 lead. So Festa with the goal. Pasquale, part of that great Newton defense for Coach Matt Barzaro. And Festa brings it in with the goal, and Newton retakes the lead. So we'll go back to face-off X. Natelski. And I believe that's Robbie McCullough. Robbie coming off good year in football and hoops. Be the heir apparent at quarterback to Jack Young next year for Matt Barzaro. The Braves have big expectations. Always doing football. And a good job there from Natelski, and we have a whistle. And it will be against Kittatinny, so Kittatinny will win that face-off, but Newton will get the possession. They'll go to work with the 1-goal lead. This is Lynch. He has a goal today. Back up top to McCullough. Little defense coming out by Sean Utter. Gives chase. McCullough swims through. Still has it. Takes a shot. Saved by McGill. Ball loose. On the rebound. Great save by McGill. He robbed Ty Guzzo of a goal. The freshman looking for goal number 2 of this one, but McGill standing tall. And Kittatinny will go back to work on offense. Cougars will set up. Get their personnel on the field. Van Wingerden, one of them. Tyler Redden waiting up top. Kittatinny will get into their set. This is Jones. Had a big game, a big goal to end the first quarter to tie it at 3. Pascal Festa just had a big goal, the long pole, all over Jones. He dumps it off. Festa, I said, he's a veteran back there. Only a junior, but played 3 years. Shot to the side. And Claudio Barra doing a nice job between the pipes. Again, they're waiting for Rylan Evaldi to get healthy. Rylan, one of the top keepers around. This is Jones. Good defense again by the Braves. Matt McLean. Kittatinny being very patient in this set. Van Wiggerton, challenged by McCullough. Dumping on the doorstep, shot, a goal. Jones feeds Holste, and we're tied at 4. So Holste with the goal, but a great look from Caden Jones with 8:47 to go. Here in the second quarter, we're tied at 4. So Jones showing he can distribute and finish. That was a terrific look, a great set by Kittatinny. So we're going to go back to face-off X. That'll be Miltelski and Evan Robinson. Kittatinny won the last one, but there was a violation. Battle for the ground ball. Braves will come out with it. Good work there by Newton, Matt Teets. And Newton will get the timeout. Coach Galucci wanted to keep that possession with 8:45 to go. And he calls his first timeout. Ball was loose. Kittatinny fans didn't agree with that. Again, I want to thank Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management. Our friend George Morville sponsoring this game as he has in the past. And if you just joined us, this game also a fundraiser for the Heart of Gold Lexi Fay Foundation. Lexi unfortunately passed in a tragic car accident a few years back. And the whole Newton community, the whole Sussex County community came together to support the Fay family in their time of need. And she was a great scorekeeper and a great kid for Newton. And all the proceeds from tonight will go to her foundation in her memory. So it's not only just a great game between two local rivals, but a great cause as well. And you can see some of the shirts out there. They say 2 teams, 1 night, 1 reason. And it's a great way to put it. So Newton calls the timeout with 8:45 to go. They didn't want to lose that possession, so they'll start it up. Teams trading goals here in the second quarter. Festa with the goal, with the long pole for Newton to make it 4-3. And then Ty Holste with a great assist from Caden Jones. We're tied at 4. Both teams looking for their first victory of the season. Kittatinny in the Risk Division this year, a step up after being in the Pooley, and they're in the NJAC United. A lot of crossover games in that. In the Risk is Mount Olive, Sparta, Kittatinny, Lenape Valley, Montville, Morris Knolls, Morristown, and Roxbury. Those are some heavy hitters. NJAC United, Knolls, Roxbury, Mount Olive, Montville, Kittatinny, Madison, and Vernon. Newton in the Pooley with Vernon, Warren Hills, North Warren Belvedere combo this year. Kinnelon, Jefferson, Hackettstown, High Point, Wallkill Valley, and Voorhees. And then they're in the NJAC Colonial, Jefferson, Kinnelon, Park Regional, Pequannock, Booton, North Warren Belvedere, and the Braves. Stay here with Newton. Guzzo. Back up top. Bavacqua. Makes the run, dumps it off, turn shot saved by McGill. A great shot taken there by Aiden LaCourte. Bodies go down, no flags or a whistle. Newton will keep the possession. This is Lynch. Will swaps places with Bavacqua. Erickson on him, a little skip pass. McCullough with the rip. Stay here. Giordano on the backup. So we have 7:35 to go here in the first half. A wildly entertaining first half, 4-4. Giordano, inside roll. Shot, and a little jump shot for Giordano, and the goal. His second of the game, and Newton retakes the lead, 5-4. So Robbie Giordano with the goal at the 7:24 mark. He's one of those high-energy guys in all the sports he plays. In soccer, his engine doesn't stop. Up and down the field, leading goal scorer for Newton this past fall. Baskets, great guard. Plays great defense, can score, attacks the basket, and you saw right there, little basketball chops there with a little jump shot. All right, Natelski and Robinson will go at it at face-off X. Coming off the wings, can someone get there and pick up that ground ball? That'll come all the way back. Who can get to it? That's a big win for Newton. Shot and a goal. What a job by the Braves. Scooping up the ground ball and firing is Giordano. We talked about his high energy. And Giordano gives Newton a 6-4 lead with 7:21 to go here in the first half. What a job by Robbie Giordano. So Giordano with the hat trick for the Braves. When you can't win those faceoffs and the ball rolls deep into your offensive end, that's dangerous, and that's what happened to Kittatinny. So great job by Giordano. This will be McCullough for Newton and Natelski for Kittatinny. Again, who's going to get the ground ball? No one's really come out to those clean, and Newton will win another one. And scooping up the ground ball, Donato Bavacco, a veteran. His older brother Gio is a nice player here at Newton. He takes the shot saved by McGill. You can see the contrast in styles where Newton likes to go and shoot. Kittatinny likes to get in their nice settled attack, as Newton will have to do that now, but Newton likes to take advantage of the unsettled situation and transition. So Giordano will be at X. He's back there. Bavacco will dump it off to Guzzo. Guzzo still has it. Pops out of his stick. Could be a turnover. Battle for the ground ball in a dangerous area. That comes back out. Shot. What a save. That was a terrific rip by Ryan Lynch, and McGill was screened, and he makes the stop for the Cougars. Natelski gets it over for Kittatinny. And Coach Lade will use his second timeout with 6:24 to go here in the first half. As they trail 6-4, we were talking about the divisions before. Newton is in the Pooley division with Vernon, Warren Hills, North Warren Belvedere, Kinnelon, Newton, Jefferson, Hackettstown, High Point, Walker Valley, and Voorhees. And in the Colonial with Jefferson, Kinnelon, Park Regional, Pequannock, Boonton, North Warren Belvedere, and Newton. Vernon off to a 1-0 start. They were able to beat Voorhees the other day. Big games for Joe Wilson and Max Morisoff. And Adam Coleman's gang looking to be one of the better teams in the Pooley division. Everyone else getting their season start. Jefferson's going to be very good in the Pooley. Coach Scott Reed does a great job. Got some nice players in Colin Sabia and Josh Danius. So Jefferson, Vernon, Newton, looks like they're going to be a player in the division. And Warren Hills, so the Pooley division could be wide open, but those teams look like they could be the favorites in there, but still early. And again, we talked about Kittatinny making that jump to the Risk after being in the Pooley all these years. Big jump to the Riz division, playing those big teams. As we said, Mount Olive is 1-0. They beat Kittatinny. Sparta 1-0. They beat Montville 8-2. Adam Wood had a big game. So did Ryan Rossi. Lenape Valley lost a lot from last year, but they're in that division. They're 0-1. Montville 0-1. Knowles 1-0. They beat Roxbury. And Motown 1-0. They beat Lenape Valley. Shot and a goal. Natelski with the hat trick. So great job bouncing back by the Cougars. Natelski with goal number 3 with 6:13 to go here in the second quarter. So out of the timeout, just as coach drew it up. Gotta love that when you take the timeout, draw up a play, and it works to perfection with a goal. So Kittatinny cuts his deficit to 1 goal, 6-5. McCullough out there. And it looks like it'd be Caden Jones will take this for Kittatinny, number 6. And a nice job by Jones. Poke from behind. Kept alive there by Ty Redden. Redden still has it. He's doubled up. Still has it. There's a flag. And the ball will pop out. That'll stop play. So it'll be another man up for Kittatinny. Third opportunity. They have one goal in the man up. See what the call is here. And we'll have a slash, and that will be on Bavacqua. As Kittatinny will be a man up, looking to tie this game up. Now Holstein will get this going for the Cougars. Holstein, Natalski, Van Wingerden. Jones, who has it, sends it back out to Natalski. Holstein out there. Jones keeps it, shoots. Stay here on the backup. Luke Riva there. Keep it for the Cougars. Out there defensively, Teets, Alano Festa, Pasquale Festa, McLean, and McCullough. And Claudio Ibarra is going to get there. They're going to say that was tipped. John Lade's going to ask for help from the official. And they're going to switch that. They're going to keep it with the Cougars. So still a man up for Kittatinny. This is Jones. Feeds it up top. Rip high. Stay here. Jones on the backup. Taking that rip there was Van Wingerden. Senior, 13 goals last year, 19 assists. Jones. What a shot by Caden Jones. Ibarra didn't even see that coming. We're tied at 6. So 2 goals for Caden Jones. We're tied at 6 on a man up. 5:03 to go here in the second quarter. Well, we knew Kittatinny could score after scoring 8 goals in that opening day loss to Mount Olive, 11-8. Newton has shown they can score. They only scored the 4 on opening day against Gill. All right, so it'll be Robinson and Natalski at the face-off X. Where's the ground ball? Who's going to come out with it? Newton does. Good work there by Brandon Castellaneta. And Newton will have the possession. Just under 5 to go here in the second quarter. Lynch, doubled up, gets rid of it. Shot, good defense there by Kittatinny. Ian Traverse was in there, number 44. Got a stick on that. Giordano's got the 3 goals. And a turnover. Good job by the Kittatinny D. Erickson got that going. Unsettled, Natalski gives it to Jones behind the back. What a goal by Caden Jones. Over the shoulder for the goal. Jones now has 3 goals on the game and 7 on the season. And Kittatinny takes a 7-6 lead. What a goal by Caden Jones, started by the defense. Give all the props to Jack Erickson there to get that going. And then Jones, with all sorts of arm angles, sticks it in the back of the net. Wow. And that'll give Kittatinny its first lead of the game as they're up 7-6. Wow. Jones putting on a show. 7 goals on the season, 3 tonight, 4 against Mount Olive. You think he's happy to be back playing? You think Coach Lade is happy to have him back playing? Absolutely. All right, back to X, McCullough and Natalski. Ground ball scooped up. Good job coming back to scoop that up by Kittatinny. Ethan Doling, the freshman. Ethan, great wrestling season for the Cougars. But Newton gets it back. Giordano. They'll settle and they'll get their offensive personnel out there. Coming out for the Braves, Aiden LaCourte. As Heath Less will head to the sidelines. And they'll go to work with about 3:45 to go here in the second quarter. And for the first time, Newton trails 7-6. They got out like a house of fire and took a 3-0 lead. And since then, been back and forth. But first lead for the Cougars. Newton trying to change that. Good job by Bavakov scooping up the ground ball. Harassing him, Ethan Doling. This is Robbie McCullough. Takes the hit from Natelski. McCullough waits. Doesn't dump it off to Giordano. He keeps it. Inside roll. Good D by the Cougars. Natelski does a great job there along with Matt Natelski. The brothers Natelski forcing the turnover. So Kittatinny will get it back thanks to terrific defense. As we have 3 minutes to go. Kittatinny with the 1-goal lead. A little bit of a ride here. That's going to be an unforced turnover. So Newton will get it back. Lynch will chase that down. Ryan Lynch coming off a great ice hockey season. The Newton Lenape Valley team made a nice little run again. In the Charette Cup. Shot and a goal. We're tied. No one picked up Lynch, and he kind of walked his way in. We're tied at 7 with 2:49 to go. Lynch with 2 goals on the game, as we said last year. Lynch had a big season with 31 goals. So we know Ryan can score, as we said, coming off that good ice hockey season. All right, we're going to head back to X, tied at 7. Seesaw battle. Taking the face-off now will be number 10, Evan Robinson, and Andrew Natelski, number 1. See who comes off the wings to get that ground ball. Not going to matter, and that's actually picking it up and doing a great job is Jones. That was Jones on the faceoff. Another faceoff win for Caden. He can do it all. Good ball movement here by Kittatinny, and they're going to settle in here. Tyler Holsey will chase that down. They're going to try to work this Newton team. McLean on Holsey. Good job by McLean. Good job of the Newton D sliding over, harassing there up top. The Newton defense getting it done there. That's Matt Teets, but Kittatinny will keep the possession. 2:15 to go. So we'll see how long they'll hold here. Coach Lead used both of his timeouts. Will they try to hold for one and eat almost 2 minutes off the clock? My guess is first best opportunity they'll take, especially if it's in the cross of Mr. Jones. Tries to feed the crease, comes through. Kittatinny trying to come back to get to the ground ball. And great hustle by Newton's Nick Castellaneta, forcing the turnover. As he'll start the possession for the Braves. He'll dump it off. Evan Robinson, a little unsettled. This is where the Braves excel. Guzzo with a shot and a goal. It's 2 goals for the freshman. So Guzzo with 2 goals, and Newton retakes the lead. 8-7 with 1:38 to go here in the second half. And a fantastic game here at Palmer Field on the Cutting Edge Sport Network. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. Check out the Cutting Edge Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, all social media. It's a growing company. You want to get on board, contact them. All right, so this will be McCullough and Newtowski. Also want to thank Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management, our friend George Morville, the principal of the Newton office, located on Newton Sparta Road. Newtowski trying to win that face-off end ground ball. Loose, who's going to get to it? It's a battle. No possession yet. And Kittatinny will come out with it. Guess who? Caden Jones dumps it off. Shot and a goal. Tyler Holstein, but that was all Caden Jones. Another assist. We're tied at 8. 1:20 to go. Second goal for Holstein, and second time, Caden Jones with the helper. So we talked earlier, this had shades of that 18-16 game. Well, we are on pace for that right now, as we are tied at 8 with 1:20 to go. So 16 combined goals here in the first half. Battle for the ground ball. Who's going to get it? And it will be the Braves. This is where they excel. We talked about it. Bavacqua unsettled, but he's going to drift back. So instead of trying to force something, the Braves will settle down. Guzzo, the freshman, couple goals. The court will come on, number 16. And we'll see what the Braves do here. Under a minute to go. They might just hold it. Let's see if Kittatinny tries to pressure them a little bit. As they wait patiently. Clock running. Bavacqua starts to get into it. 35 seconds ago. Just quick little trot. Guzzo at X. He'll swing by. Tries to set up a screen here. We're not taking it. Bavacqua sends it in. Good idea looking for McCullough, but Kittatinny will get it. Good job by the Cougars. As Matt Natelski, number 8, broke that up. And the Cougars will hold on to it here. Clock will start. Restarting there, Shane Russell. And he'll work it back to Tyler Redden. Redden trying to get across. Ride by Giordano. He swims through. Great job by Redden. 9 seconds to go. Redden, and tough turnover here. Holstein's going to hustle. Not going to get there. 2 seconds to go. So an opportunity there for Kittatinny goes by the wayside. And we're going to go into the intermission here at Palmer Field in the Beatty Cup. Tied at 8. Newton and Kittatinny live on the Cutting Edge Sport Network. We'll be back with third quarter action after halftime right here on the Cutting Edge Sport Network. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Gegenheimer from Cutting Edge Sports Network. And wow, what a game we have here at Newton High School tonight. These two teams are really trying to win and get this BD Cup. So I just wanted to take the time and introduce myself and the company Cutting Edge Sports Network to everyone. So Cutting Edge Sports Network is a new premier local sports broadcasting platform in the North New Jersey area. My partner Matthew Gizzi and myself created Cutting Edge Sports Network to deliver quality high school sports content for all ages to enjoy. We were both alumni from Kittatinny Regional High School, and while Matt didn't play sports, he always had a knack for filming. I loved everything about high school sports and frequently reminisce about my days playing basketball and tennis. With Matt's passion for filming and my passion for sports, we decided to team together to bring a new style of filming and social networking this area hasn't seen before. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the show.
And we're back here live at Palmer Field, the campus of Newton High School, live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. I'm Dan Cleary. I hope you were able to hear the message from Chris Guggenheimer from Cutting Edge Sports Network. Gave a nice little speech there, so check them out on Facebook, Instagram, all social media. It's a growing company. They want to do a lot of games in the area. So check them out, Cutting Edge Sports Network. That's where we're coming to you live. I'm Dan Cleary. Great game, Beatty Cup. We're tied at 8. Entertaining first half, back and forth, back and forth. Also want to thank our man George Morville from Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management, located on Newton Sparta Road. George is the principal, now back coaching. He was the head coach at Kittatinny, He started his Beatty Cup in 2010 with the Kittatinny Cougars. He played for the Newton Braves in their first incarnation, as Kittatinny will win the faceoff to start the third quarter. So he is the godfather of the Beatty Cup. Also, a fundraiser tonight for the Lexi Faye Heart of Gold Foundation. Lexi, former Newton scorekeeper, died tragically in a car accident. And all proceeds from tonight will go there. So great crowd here tonight for a great cause. As the T-shirt says on the people that are wearing, 2 teams, 1 reason. And that's to raise money for a great, great cause. So we're underway here in the third quarter. Kittatinny with the possession. Caden Jones putting on a show for Kittatinny with 3 goals, 7 on the season, and 2 great assists. Andrew Natelski with 3 goals as well, and Tyler Holsty with 2 goals. The scorers for Kittatinny. Newton Robbie Giordano with 3 goals, Ty Guzzo with 2 goals, Ryan Lynch with 2 goals, and Pascal Festa with a goal. Both keepers have been solid. Owen McGill for Kittatinny and Claudio Ibarra for Newton. And it's been a back-and-forth affair. Couple lead changes, but Newton jumped out to the early 3-0 lead. Kittatinny found their way back. And we'll see if things kind of settle down a bit here in the second half. You can see the contrasting styles. Newton under Coach Dave Gallucci. They want to run, try to score in the unsettled. Kittatinny under Coach John Lade, the former Defensive Player of the Year, the Big East Division I All-American at Syracuse. He likes that smart, settled attack. Anticipation here by McCullough, but Natelski now a little unsettled here. Chance here. And the goal! Are they going to wave that off? And it is a goal. They'll talk about it, and the goal goes in, and that's a goal for Aiden Van Wingerden. So Van Wingerden with the goal. Little discussion with the officials, but they're going to say that counts at the 10:07 mark. And Kittatinny will start the third quarter with a 9-8 lead. So good job by the officials to talk about that, make sure they got it right. And Van Wingerden with the goal. So we'll back to face-off X. Just join us, Kittatinny in the visiting blue. Natelski and Robinson. Robinson wins it in the home white, the white and maroon for the Newton Braves. The Beatty Cup. Kittatinny with a 7-4 advantage in this series. They've won the last 3. They didn't play in 2020 due to the pandemic. So Newton will get its offensive personnel on the field and try to answer that goal by Van Wingerden. Guzzo, the freshman, his first Beatty Cup, playing very well. This is Lynch. A little stick dodge. And we'll get a penalty. Newton will be a man up. And that should stop play. So Kittatinny will pick up the penalty right away, and heading off is number 13, Alex Laudos. Cross-check 1 minute, so a man-up opportunity for Newton. Second one for the Braves. Kittatinny's had 3. They scored on 1 of them. So a chance for Newton to tie this game up. In the man-up, that's McCullough, Lynch, Bavacqua, Guzzo, LaCourte, and Giordano out there for Newton. Jack Erickson out there, as well as Ian Traverse. Shot and a goal! And the freshman, Guzzo, with the tally. And he's got 3 tonight. We're tied at 9, a man-up goal. At the 8:54 mark. So the freshman hoping to play in 4 of these, making his mark in his very first one. With the Hattie. Battle for the ground ball after the faceoff. Who's going to get to it? Still loose. And Newton will come out. Again, they love the unsettled. Ball pops out loose. Castellaneto's in. There's a shot and a goal for the Braves. Guzzo again. Wow. So we'll head back to face-off X. 4 goals for Guzzo, 10-9. Newton with the lead. 8:39 to go, and this will be another one of those 18-16 games we saw a couple years back. Joey Rosa had the big game that day with 6 goals. Andrew Krushnick had 4 for Newton as Kittatinny won by 2. So Guzzo with 4 goals for the Newton Braves. And Caden Jones will go back to X when things need to be settled down. Coach Lade knows who to go to, Caden Jones. But a turnover there. Festa gets over. He scored with the long pole. And then we'll have a whistle. Kittatinny possession. So 10-9, Newton with the lead. As we approach 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Dan Cleary, thanks for joining us on a chilly Friday evening, but a great crowd. Kittatinny off the restart, goes through. And that'll roll out. Smart play by the long pole. Matt McLean. Castellaneta looking to clear, and he'll get it over. Now they got to touch it up in the box. And he does. But taken away, could be a turnover here if they pick up the ground ball, and they do. Shane Russell. But goes right back to the Braves, Castellaneta. Looking for Lynch. He goes up for it. Ryan Lynch, bodied up. He'll settle down. Swings it back. Aggressive Kittatinny defense. Giordano's got 3 goals, looking for number 4. Pops out of his stick. Good defense by Matt Natelski. Lynch thought about it, swings it over. Guzzo with the rip and the goal. The freshman is on fire. He's got 5. Putting on a clinic is the young fella. 7:13 to go. Ty Guzzo. No freshman jitters playing in your first Beatty Cup. I'm going to go out there and put a 5 spot in. Wow. Coming in on paper, if you thought this was going to be a track meet, that might have leaned a little bit towards Kittatinny with the firepower they have, scoring 8 goals the other day. But this Newton team, young and hungry. Dave Gallucci's first Beatty Cup as a head coach. He's got his team playing great. And they have a 2-goal lead with 7:13 to go and a world of time left in this quarter and a whole fourth quarter to go. This might be first to 15. Maybe more, maybe first to 18. Jones will come back and play the midi. Bodied up Heath Lest. Heath dropping back to the long pole, normally a midi. May not available tonight for Newton. And Kittatinny will go to work on their possession. This is Tyler Holste. He'll swing it over to Andrew Natelski. Natelski pulls it back. Jones catching a breather. Kittatinny will get their personnel on. And they'll roll it over, coming off Sean Utter. Utter tries to make the turn. Bavacqua on him. He puts on the brakes. Good job by Bavacqua. Festa forces the turnover. Great job by Pasquale Festa. I believe he was the leading tackler for Mar Perzero in the fall. Here's Bavacqua unsettled. Great job coming back on defense there and winning that ground ball is Ethan Dowling, the freshman. Lynch all over him, trying to force another turnover, and Lynch gets to it. Ryan Lynch Sends it back. Giordano pops out of his stick. Lynch will settle in. 5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Newton with the 2-goal lead, 11-9 here in the Beatty Cup. Oh, Lynch with a great dodge and a shot. Oh, what a save by McGill. In the transition, Kittatinny trying to run. This is Utter. He dumps it off. And a good job by Newton to get back. They'll settle in, and Kittatinny will go to work. Utter challenged by Teets. Could be a chance here if Van Wingerden has a goal. That funky goal that went in earlier. Pops out of the stick. Could be a turnover, and it is. They'll get it back to Ibarra. Good job on defense there. The short stick, Evan Robinson. Claudia Ibarra waiting. Long clear looking for Guzzo, the freshman. Bounces right to his stick. He's got 5 tonight. Lynch draws the double, takes the shot. And on the backup, McGill thought he had it, but Guzzo was there, had the angle. So this is Guzzo with 5 tonight. Giordano with 3. 8 of the 11 goals scored by those two gentlemen. Lynch with 2. Festa the other goal. Newton outscoring Kittatinny 3-1 here in the third quarter. Looking to make it 4-1. Another save by Owen McGill. Still be Newton possession. Stop the clock. They'll get a ball. We'll restart it. This is Giordano. Brendan Lynch comes in, number 26 for the Braves. Well, they have a 2-goal lead. Braves trying to get organized in their settled attack here. Some new numbers out there, trying to get some fresh legs out there. These teams have played extremely hard. Lynch with the rip, and on the backup will stay here. Evan Parker has checked in. Parker name familiar with Newton. Grant Parker, terrific player, playing at County College right now for Coach Steve Mineta. Lynch tried to get a shot off. Giordano gets the rebound. He takes the rip and a goal! Giordano now has 4 goals, and Newton pushes its lead back to 3. It's largest of the game. They were up 3-0. They're up 12-9 with 3:04 to go. So Giordano with 4, Guzzo with 5. On the face-off, a much-needed win for the Cougars as Newton has dominated this quarter with a 4-1 advantage in goals scored. There's the flag. Festa's going to head off. So a man up for Kittatinny. That's one way to get back in things, is get that man-up goal. Kittatinny has 2 man-up goals in the advantage. Be a 30-second technical, so a 30-second man up for Kittatinny. They're looking to score again here in this quarter. Van Wingerden scored early on a kind of a funky goal that went in, and they've been shut out since. This quarter has belonged to Ty Guzzo. 3 of his 5 goals in the period for the Braves. Caden Jones back up top. Van Wingerden. They're going to just kind of work it around. They don't need. Oh, a great job there off the stick. Using that long pole. Terrific defense by Matt McLean. Stays here with Kittatinny, but that should burn most of that 30 seconds. And Festa is going to be back out there. Nope, they're going to send out Pavakwa, so we're going to be even strength. So Kittatinny scores here would be an even strength opportunity, not a man up. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tyler Holstein looking for a goal. He's knocked down. It'll be a turnover, and Newton will get it back. Ibarra again, flicking it. Looking for the freshman Guzzo. Does it go over? No. But Kittatinny will win the ground ball. Unsettled, Nutowski dumps it off. Oh, looking for Holste. And that'll be a turnover. Newton will get it back with 1:45 to go. See if Kittatinny puts a little bit of a ride on here. McCullough, such a good athlete. Tyler Holste on him to work it back to Festa. Festa knows what to do. Just a junior, but just a terrific veteran presence on this team. Flick it over. See if they can keep it in. And it will not. It'll be a turnover. So costly turnover possibly for Newton as Kittatinny will go to work with 1:20 to go. So they'll get the ball back after their turnover. Not the most crisp lacrosse going on, but exciting lacrosse, competitive lacrosse. Kittatinny looking to cut into that deficit as we approach a minute to go. Jones, shot and a goal. Caden Jones. First goal of the second half, his fourth of the game, 8th of the season, and it's 12-10 with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. So when in doubt, dial up Mr. Jones. On a crisp Friday night, April 1st, here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. So we'll go back to face-off X. It'll be Robinson and Nutowski. Good job on Nutowski. Gets in the opportunity to get another chance here. Shot by Jones, doesn't get through. Great job by Pasquale Festa, the long pole. 50 seconds ago, Festa leaving people in his trail. Still has it. Pops out. Kittatinny will get it back. And what we got here? We had a flag. So we'll see what the call is. The veteran Ed Looney will come over. See what the call is. Looks like it's going to be a slash. 1 minute slash. And that'll be against Kittatinny. So Newton with a chance here in the man up. Their third opportunity with 41 seconds to go. Again, do they want to play possession or best opportunity? Because they would start the fourth quarter with the ball in about 19 seconds of a man up. So let's see if they just kind of hold it unless they have a wide open shot. That means they'll start the fourth quarter with possession. If they shoot, it better be a very good shot or Coach Gallucci will be upset. This is Giordano. Lynch back up top. Newton being smart, trying to make the Kittatinny defense slide. And someone on the backup, they're good right there, so they'll keep it. "12 seconds. My guess is they're going to hold it. I think I just heard Coach Gallucci just yelling, hold the ball. Let's go to the fourth quarter with a 2-goal lead and start the fourth with the possession, and there's the horn. So 3 quarters in the books here at the Beatty Cup at Palmer Field at Newton High School. It's been a dandy. It's the Newton Braves with a 12-10 lead over Kittatinny. Live on the Cutting Edge Sport Network. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this. And we're back here live at Palmer Field on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter, Beatty Cup. Newton with a 12-10 lead. A big third quarter for the Braves. And a big third quarter for the freshman, Ty Guzzo. Scored 3 of his 5 goals in that quarter. Robbie Giordano with a goal as well. As they outscored Kittatinny 4-2. Caden Jones had a big goal with a minute left. Aiden Van Wingerden had a goal. So goal scorers, Guzzo with 5, Giordano with 4, Lynch with 2 for Newton, Jones with 4, Natelski with 3, Holste with 2. And Newton will start the quarter with a 19-second man-up opportunity after the Kittatinny penalty. And again, I want to thank Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management, our man George Morville, the principal of it, from on Newton Sparta Road. They insure businesses and schools. George, a longtime supporter of lacrosse in the county, and the man that started the Beatty Cup in 2010, named after his former Newton coach, Larry Beatty. Also, a fundraiser for Lexi Fay tonight, Heart of Gold Foundation. There's a shot and a goal on the bounce. It's Donato Bavacqua. All the proceeds from tonight's game go to the Lexi Fay Heart of Gold Foundation. Lexi was the former scorekeeper for Newton, tragically lost in a car accident, and all the money for tonight will go towards her foundation. And Newton jumps out and takes a 3-goal lead again, 13-10 with 11:30 to go. So not a man-up goal, but they had the possession because of it, even strength. And Bavacqua gets the goal. So McCullough and Notalski at the face-off X, so matching their largest lead again, 3 goals, are the Newton Braves. Notalski will win the faceoff. That's what Kittatinny will need to do to get back in this, but 3 goals is nothing the way these teams have been going up and down tonight and scoring goals in bunches. But this has been a good one. Newton looking for their first Beatty Cup win since 2017. Kittatinny looking to win their 4th straight. 7-4 advantage for Kittatinny, and this great rivalry started by George Morville, current Kittatinny assistant coach in 2010. George was the head coach at Kittatinny. In their first year, they started this, and Newton restarted their program after George played in the 70s. Newton dropped it not too much longer after that and then brought it back to life. Brian Bennington did a great job at the program. Brian now an assistant coach at Lenape Valley. Nutelski, shot, stay here. Looking for a penalty. John Lade halfway out in the field. Not going to get it. Again, you got 2 accomplished coaches out here. Dave Colucci would have started the program in Mount Olive, was the head coach of Bailey Ellard, was a great 3-sport athlete at Montville High School, played at Drexel, D1 player, and then Lade, the professional. Played at Syracuse, was Division I All-American, the Big East Defensive Player of the Year. He was a high school All-American at Randolph. Just 2 great lacrosse names and coaches, and Coach Gallucci out there with his dad, John Gallucci, was a great coach at Montville. And that's broken up. Good job there by Festa. He scored one time with the long pole, bringing it up. Such a good athlete. He's going to try it again. On the bounce, goes wide. And we'll stay here on the backup. Newton got there first. Great job. That's Robbie Giordano, Mr. Hustle. The court will get back out there. We'll get everyone you need to get out there. Also coming back on, Evan Robinson. So we'll see if Newton, with the 3-goal advantage, 9.5 to go, see if their possessions become a little bit longer. Big goal by Bavacqua to get it back up to 3. Robinson scoops it back up. Fakes it. Still on his feet. He gets knocked down. We're going to have a penalty. And Newton will be a man up. So we're even in the penalty department. And if Newton's able to score here, that would be their largest lead. Right now they've matched it at 3. 1 minute And heading off for that penalty, Jack Erickson, number 9. So both teams coming off opening day losses on Wednesday. Newton fell to Gill St. Bernard's 14-4. And Kittatinny, after getting behind quickly 4-0 to Mount Olive, made it a game and lost 11-8 to the Marauders. All right, a man up for the Braves. Giordano swings it over. Keep an eye out for Mr. Guzzo with the 5 goals, the freshman. LaCourte sends it over to Guzzo. Back to LaCourte. Low shot, great save by McGill. So Kittatinny will try to run this penalty out. Bringing it up, Shane Russell. And we're going to have a timeout. Coach Lade calls the timeout with 8:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. He wants to keep this possession, run out the man up, and get something going offensively as they trail by 3. Again, both these teams used to play all the time in the Pulley division. Kittatinny now up in the Riz division. And again, that's a big step up. We talk about they played Mount Olive. Sparta's going to be good again in the Riz division as they beat Montville the other day. Rick DeBonta, great coach over there at Montville. They're going to be heard from. So you got Montville, Sparta, Kittatinny, Lenape Valley, Montville, Morris Knolls. They got to win. They beat Roxbury. Kyle Hardy had a big game. The coach. Motown, they beat Lenape Valley 15-3. So Morristown, Ian Plott had 6 goals. Thomas Gleichman had 4 goals. So Riz division, always one of those tough divisions. And you look in Sussex County, Vernon is going to be in the Pulley. They're going to do well. And then you got Pope John, who won the 101 Sussex tournament last year. Chris Hoppin did a great job with all those D1 players. Sean Brennan, who signed to play at Rutgers. He had Gabe Cummings at Lafayette and Jack Clifford at Siena. They beat Hunter and Central to win that title. They got some good kids back. Connor Haraz, Kyle Obetek, Lil Biondo, LaBanca. So they'll do all right this year. Be fun to watch. A lot of good lacrosse going to be up here always in Sussex County and Morris County. All right. After the timeout, see what Coach Lade comes up with. Last time we called a timeout, they scored. This is Caden Jones. When in doubt, let Mr. Jones do his work. He's got 4 goals today, 8 on the season. He had 4 against Mount Olive in the tough opening day loss. So if Kittatinny's to get back in this one, I'm sure Mr. Jones will have something to do, and they're going to double him as they're trying to run out the penalty. Kittatinny is down a man, but they have possession. Heath Lesp. And now they're going to be even strength. So Kittatinny, I think their goal there was to run it out and keep that possession going. That's why that timeout was called by Coach Lade. This is Redden up top. Plenty of time for Kittatinny. They have to do it here, get some stops, and win at face-off X. Festa is going to be sent off. So there's a chance there, a late flag. And Kittatinny will be a man up. So the penalties piling up for both teams here with 7:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. Actually, it's going to be Bavacqua going to be sent off. So great chance here for Newton. And it'll only be a 30-second. It'll be a push. So 30-second. But again, I don't think scoring is paramount in this 30 seconds. It's keeping the possession and getting the best possible opportunity if you're Kittatinny. With 7:39 to go here in the fourth quarter, live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. I'm Dan Cleary, Beatty Cup. Kittatinny looking to win their 4th straight. Newton looking to get their first win in this game since 2017. So Cougars are a man up on the technical. Little ball movement here. Let's see what they do. They get it over to Ty Hosty. Jones back at X. They'll get it to him. 10 seconds to go. Matowski thought about it, back up top. Again, they want to keep the possession and get the best possible shot. They don't want to force down 3. Redden with the shot, side of the net, covered up by Claudio Ibarra. Good job by Claudio. And he likes that long clear. And he gets it to Giordano's stick. Again, this Newton team loves to attack. If you've seen Rutgers play this year, having a great year, they got that NASCAR offense. Great save by McGill. They're getting up and down the field. That's kind of Newton's MO. Bavacqua with a big ground ball win. Let's see if Newton kind of settles here. 6.5 to go. Bavacqua puts on the brakes. With the 3-goal lead, they can be smart with the possession here. Squeeze the clock a little bit. You don't want to go into a full-blown delay, but just be smart. Lynch working his way in. Battle, ball's loose. Oh, McGill got a piece of that. And the ground ball win is going to be by Kittatinny as they'll look to clear it out. Alex Loudis picked up. Good job there by Bavacqua. Did he get him out of bounds? He did. Donato Bavacqua, terrific. Bavacqua coming off a good football season as well. So great job by Donato Bavacqua with the turnover. As Kittatinny turns it over, Newton will go back to work. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of the Beatty Cup. Bavacqua had the goals with 30 seconds into this third quarter. Our only goal thus far. Bavacqua takes a shot. Side of the net. McGill will cover up. 5:25 to go. So at their high-scoring first half and third quarter, things have settled down offensively here in the fourth. With only the one goal being scored by Bavacqua 30 seconds into the quarter. And we're approaching 5 minutes to go. So as we said, the possession's coming a little bit longer, become a little bit more opportunistic if you're new. Good D. That's a terrific job defensively there by Matt Teets. And a timeout called by Coach Gallucci as they didn't want to get called for failure to advance. And Gallucci calls the timeout with 4:53 to go with the possession. What a game here in the Beatty Cup, live on the Cutting Edge Sport Network. I hope you're enjoying it. A lot of people came out tonight to brave the cold. Hopefully, if you're not, you're watching at home. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all social media. A new company trying to bring some Sussex County sports to you all around. You heard from one of the co-owners, Christian, at halftime. Check them out. Matt Gizzy involved as well, and my man Jake Gallagher working the board tonight. So timeout with 4:53 to go. Terrific timeout. Coach Gallucci. Him and his father. Father was a legend at Monville. Helping out. Dave lives in the sending district, so it was a perfect choice for him. Great hire by Newton to get him. Longtime owner and proprietor and running Thunder Lacrosse, one of the premier club lacrosse programs in the area. The elder Gallucci getting his squad fired up, getting the long poles and the defensive middies fired up as he is the defensive coordinator. So great job by Teets to force the turnover. Ball pops around. Newton calls the timeout with 4:53 to go and a 3-goal lead here in the Beatty Cup. Trying to get everyone squared away. Claudio Barrett directing some traffic here. And we're going to get the whistle. Coming on for Newton is number 24, Brandon Castellaneta, who's giving them very good minutes. All right. It's a little bit of a ride here from Newton. McCullough. And Robbie McCullough does a great job. He gets over. And we're going to have an offsides on Kittatinny. This is McCullough. Great job by Robert McCullough. Hoops player, football. He goes down. As he loses possession, he's going to. Kittatinny will get it. And that, I think that was an offsides is what they called. We'll check on this. We got an offsides, 30-second on Kittatinny. As Kittatinny calls a timeout, Lade uses his timeout. So I think that was the only penalty. I thought he had 2 penalties, but it was just the offsides with 4:23 to go. So each coach calling a timeout, knowing how valuable each possession is here with 4:23 to go. So the offsides were trying to make the ride, but Robert McCullough did a great job. Robert 2 years ago put his name in Newton history with the game-winning field goal to beat Lenape Valley. And he is the heir apparent to play quarterback for the will graduate in June. Jack Young had a great year for Matt Parzero. Joe Catelli had a great year with the Kittatinny football team, winning a state game. Had some good players. Luke Breck's terrific player for them. Jay Martin, Hank Lobin. The big guys up front. So it's always a good battle when Newton Kittatinny go at it in any sport. Again, the Beatty Cup named after Larry Beatty, the first lacrosse coach at Newton, the first lacrosse program in Sussex County. Larry was also a football coach for a time at Newton. George Morville was a freshman on that first team, and again, as we said, in 2010, when he started the Kittatinny program and Newton restarted theirs, he said, let's get something going. We'll honor Coach Beatty. Back in the 70s, the only teams in the county that had lacrosse were Newton and Sussex Tech, ironically, which doesn't have it now. Over at Sussex Tech, Frank Filatico was the head coach, former Newton player and longtime educator and wrestling coach at Walkill Valley. All right, so Newton will have it. 30-second man up because of the offsides with 4:20 to go. Again, scoring a goal, not paramount here. Time is the key here for Newton, and they don't want to turn it over. LaCourte comes back and gets to it. Lynch. Pressure here by Kittatinny. Lynch weaving his way through, puts on the brakes, swings it over. Shot by Bavacqua. Giordano's there on the backup. Good job. Shots are fine as long as you got the backup. And Giordano was there also with Guzzo. Guzzo with the big third quarter. 3 of his 5 goals. Takes a shot. McGill with the save. Will stay here. 3:51 to go. Both teams looking for their first win of the young season. Kittatinny losing to Mount Olive in a tough one, 11-8, and Newton falling to Gill St. Bernard's, 14-4. And for years they battled in the Pooley, but this is an independent game. First time it's not a division game. There's Kittatinny in the risk. Newton in the Pooley. Lynch running some clock. Tries to make the roll. Nothing there. Great job by Ryan Lynch. Up to McCullough. They got terrific athletes out there, does Newton. They could run around. We talked about Giordano. McCullough, a great athlete. Donato Bavacqua, a good athlete. So is Lynch. They got some guys who can eat some clock here. Giordano breaks free. Sends it back up top. Will that stay in? And McCullough hustles back. Good job by him. As Newton eating a lot of clock right now, over a minute. They've taken off in this possession as we're under 3 minutes to go, 2:50 exactly. As they'll be smart with the 3-goal lead. No shots unless someone's back there on the backup. Lynch with the rip, save by McGill. Great save by the sophomore, but it bounces back to Giordano. And Coach Dave Gallucci is going to use his final timeout with 2:31 to go to set up what he wants to do. To run some clock. Make sure they keep it in the box and they're smart. Again, I want to thank Arthur J. Gallagher, Risk Management. We appreciate everything George Morville has done for us and for the sport of lacrosse over the years. He's the principal over there. They insure businesses and schools. So we want to thank George for being a sponsor here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. You heard Christian, one of the co-owners, at halftime. Exciting things going on with Cutting Edge Sports. Check them out on all social media. As we have our final timeout taken by the Braves. As we said, you got Coach Gallucci and Coach Gallucci, John and Dave. Dad is John. He has the defenders as the DC, and Coach Dave Gallucci talking to the offensive players. And again, what a great hire by Ryan Hashway. I want to thank him for his hospitality tonight, as well as Principal Jeff Waldron and Superintendent Ken Green. Dr. Ken Green, thanks for having us. Always a pleasure coming to Newton, no matter what activity. But a great hire by getting Dave Gallucci. He's going to do some good things here at Newton. I can guarantee you that. Did a great job at at Mount Olive, getting that program going. Coached from 2005 to last year. Also coached at Bailey Ellard and John Lade. Trying to get Kittatinny into that upper echelon, jumping into the RIS division. But as we said, you throw the records out, and who's the favorite and who's the not when these two teams get together for the Beatty Cup. All right, out of the timeout. Kittatinny going to double the ball, trying to get a turnover. Lynch dumps it back to X. This is Guzzo with the 5 goals tonight. 3 in the third quarter when Newton took a 12-10 lead. Only 1 goal here in the fourth quarter. That was Bavacqua's goal. So the pace is considerably slowed down. As we approach 2 minutes to go. This is Lynch. He'll get doubled up as soon as they can get it. Again, great ball carriers out there for Newton. Lynch. Those are little grounders. Smart veteran move. Gets it to the freshman. He's not afraid of the bright lights here. His first Beatty Cup. He's going to be challenged. He'll send it back to Lynch. You got McCullough out there who can carry the ball. Bavacqua. Coach Gallucci's got a terrific group out there, and throw in Giordano as well, who can run around for ages without losing his breath. Double up on the ball. Kittatinny trying to get that turnover. And we'll have a push. And they'll get that turnover to Cougars. Stick goes flying. And it goes right back to the Braves. Giordano all over the place. Robbie Giordano. 4 goals tonight. Guzzo with 5. 9 of the 13 goals for the Braves. This is a guy that can run out. This is reminiscent of when Kevin Nissel for Kittatinny ran around the field during a Beatty Cup victory for Kittatinny. Giordano is a guy that can do that. Lynch, 45 seconds to go. Kittatinny's going to have to double the ball again. Take that chance, and we're going to have flags all over the place. And it'll come across. We'll get the call here from Jason Segrist. Did a good job tonight with Ed Looney. And Newton is on the cusp of winning the Beatty Cup. There could be a slash. 1 minute man up, so 35 seconds to go. Newton does not have to take a shot. They're going to be a man up, and they're going to pick up their first win of the year and their first Beatty Cup win since 2017 to make this series 7-5. So congratulations to the Newton Braves. They just got to run out the clock for 35 seconds, and they are a man up, so that'll make it much easier on them. So what a job by the freshman Guzzo, 5 goals. Giordano with 4, but a great team effort. That young man, Bavacqua, has played great. Heath Letts played great. And that'll be a turnover. Kittatinny will get it back. But do they have enough time? Trying to get it going, and that'll be a turnover. So Kittatinny's next game will be at Morris Knowles, host Morris Knowles on April 5th. And Newton will look to get a win on April 5th when they host High Point Wallkill Valley. So Newton on the cusp. 13 seconds to go. McCullough. They got it out of the box, so that's what happens. Within 2 minutes, if you have the lead, you have to stay in the box. And they drifted out of the box, so another turnover. It's not going to matter, as Newton will get the ball. Pasquale Festa played terrific at the long pole. And congratulations to the Newton Braves as they will win the 2022 Beatty Cup with an impressive 13 win over Kittatinny. Congratulations to Dave Gallucci and the Braves as they end that losing streak. Their first win over the Cougars since 2017. So again, Guzzo with the big night, Giordano with the night. Good job by the long poles when they needed it. Back there doing a great job. Claudio Ibarra in goal. Down one of their starters tonight. Great job by Coach Dave Gallucci. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have the trophy presentation, and we'll have some interviews with the Braves here live on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. for Newton, Ty Guzzo. Tour is Newton Braves. They win the Beatty Cup 13-10. I'm here with head coach Dave Gallucci, MVP Ty Guzzo, and Ryan Lynch, one of the senior leaders, had a great game tonight. First off, Coach Galucci, your first win as a Newton head coach, first win in the Beatty Cup, pretty special way to get your first win.
Yeah, I'm really proud of my guys today. I think they showed up ready to play, and they played a great lacrosse game.
And speaking about showing up ready to play, Mr. Guzzo, you had a great game, 5 goals. You scored 3 in that third quarter when you guys kind of extended the lead. Take us through it. It's your first big game as a freshman, and you come up with 5 goals.
Yeah, so I basically just on my team, awesome work with them. It's been practice every day. Just got back from being sick, so it's been a lot.
Talk about when you're out there. You got to play with Ryan Lynch. Robbie Giordano does a great job. Robbie McCullough. You got a lot of upperclassmen that kind of show you the way, right?
Yep.
And Ryan, just talk about getting this win. You've been part of this Beatty Cup for a while. You guys haven't won this since 2017. This has got to be a great feeling for you.
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. Finally bringing it back home where it belongs.
Coach, how big was it, although it went back and forth, but to get out to that 3-0 lead?
It felt great. We felt the energy, I think, from the crowd and from the sideline, and every guy on our sideline, was just getting ready for the game, and to come out and get a lead, something we really struggled with earlier in the season with some scrimmages. We tend to go down. So to play with a lead was nice, and it allows you to do some different things offensively and put you in a pretty good mindset. And really proud of the way the guys actually held on to that lead. I think we lost the lead there a couple times. We were able to get it back. And then, in the fourth quarter, we were able to possess the ball and hold on to that lead.
Yeah, let's talk about that fourth quarter. When you guys had the 3-goal lead, you guys were out there, the veterans moving the ball around. You, McCullough, Giordano. Talk about that. You guys felt you had the win right there, and you guys held on.
Yeah, it's just a nice feeling being able to hold the ball, kind of possess it how we like, not having giving up the lead and just kind of holding out to the victory.
How do you build on this? I mean, you got a game coming up, but I know it's early in the year. It's only the second game, but this has got to be a good confidence boost for your kids, especially they know, and you obviously know about living in the area, how big this game is to everyone around here.
I think we're just getting started. I think, we have a really good core. And I've only been around these guys, for 3 weeks. But these guys work real hard. They have great attitudes, and they go out there and give it everything that they got, as you saw. And I just think we still have to get healthy. Mm-hmm. We got guys out of the lineup, and I think this is just the beginning for us.
And how's this feel for you? You get your feet wet, 5 goals in a big game like this. It's got to give you a ton of confidence moving forward.
It feels amazing, but I thank all my teammates and coaches that helped me get here.
And just talk, Ryan, Coach Galucci took over. You have Coach Regan, Coach Bennington before that, bringing some stability to the program. How do you build on this? Because you guys, the talent's there. You guys just have to put it all together.
We just got to keep working like we are, keep showing up every day, bringing all the effort, and showing up on game day.
Well, guys, great job tonight. It was an entertaining game. It was fun to call. We wish you guys the best of luck the rest of the season. All right, that'll wrap up our live coverage here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Big Beatty Cup win for the Newton Braves as they post a victory. I'm Dan Cleary. Everyone enjoy the rest of the weekend. We'll see you again soon.